Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Dutchin channel. Selections today are going to be from Southwell. It's Thursday the 21st of March 2024. We're at 9:25 in the morning and we're going to give you our selections for the day. So the card there's an 8-race card starting at 4:55 going right through to 8:30. And our first race, the 4:55, has 8 go to post there, no non-runners as yet. And we'll go into the spreadsheet. And our first race there tells us our number one selection would be Tortured Soul. Tortured Soul, we're going to use Matchbook again for the prices this morning. You can see the over-round figure at the moment in this race is 102.79. Because this is tonight, these are going to be a little bit higher than normal. And at the moment, Tortured Soul is trading at 2.06. So this would need a stake of £48.54 to return £100. And our second selection will be For Pleasure. And For Pleasure at the moment trading at 10.5. But we've only got £1.46 left from our stakes of £50. So that's all we can do with For Pleasure. So For Pleasure would be £1.46 stake times 10.5 price, and that would return us £15. So yeah, it would be a loss, but £15 is okay when you're only putting the odd money on it. And our number one selection would be Tortured Soul to return £100. So moving into our second race on the card at Southwell, this is going to be the 5:30. And the 5:30 is a maiden stakes. And like most of these maidens, we're going to get horses that haven't run before under rules or anywhere on the race course. These aren't races for me, so it will just be a line through that one, and we'll move on to race number 3. And race number 3 will be the 6 o'clock, and the 6 o'clock we now have 9 going to post, and the non-runner here will be Hypotheos. I'm not sure whether that was already a non-runner last night, so I think it was. So our selection here for that first race will be Drama. And back into Matchbook, into the 6 o'clock. The over round here at the moment is 103.29. These need to come down by about 1.5%. And Drama is currently trading on Matchbook at 7.2, and the stakes there of £13.89 would return us £100. Our second selection is Celtic Warrior, and Celtic Warrior, this is trading at 8 currently, and this would require stakes of £12.50 to return £100. And the third selection is Engineer, and Engineer currently trading at 5.5. And just before we work out the stakes there, no, we're okay. So Engineer would require stakes of £18.18 to return £100. Those three combined come to £44.57. That leaves us £5.43 in the kitty. And our fourth selection will be Flag Carrier. And Flag Carrier is trading currently at 14 on Matchbook and would require £7.14. But you know, we've only got £5.43. So that will be the maximum stake on our last selection. So calculator once more, £5.43 will be our stake on flag carrier, and the odds here will be 14. So if flag carrier was to win, we would get back £76, and it would be a £26 profit on our stake. And 3 horses running for us are Drama, Celtic Warrior and Engineer. One of those 3 would return us £100. And now we're going to go into Southwell for the 6:30, the 4th race on their card. We've got 10 go to post here. There's no non-runners at present. And in our spreadsheet, our top selection here is Neptune Legend. And Neptune Legend is going to matchbook prices. Just to get the over round again, 103.98. As I say, you need at least, it's just gone to 104. You need about 2.5% off of that before you have a bet. And Neptune Legend is currently trading at 5.3, which tells us we need stakes of 1887 to return £100. Our second selection here would be Medici Pass. And Medici Pass currently favourite at 2.46, which is just under 6-4, going backwards to 11-8. We haven't got the £40.65 we need, but we have £31.13 the stake on that one. And that will be our stakes of £50. And Medici Pass, £31.13. And times that by the price of the price of 2.46 would return us £76, so there would be a good profit in that. And if Neptune Legend was to win, that would return us £100. So we've got 2 against the field there. Moving into the next race at Southwell, this is going to be the 7 o'clock. And we've got 10 go to post here and no non-runners at present. And in the 7 o'clock, our number 1 selection here is Urban Dandy. We'll go into matchbook, bring up the 7 o'clock. And the over round figure there, 103 again, it's you need that to come down to 1.5%. And our selection here, Urban Dandy, currently trading at 4.6 on matchbook, and stakes of £21.74 would return £100. And our second selection is Warrior Square. And Warrior Square is right down the bottom here, but it's only 11.5 on the exchange there. And £8.70 would return £100 for Warrior Square. Our third selection is Handle, and Handle is currently trading at 10. So that will mean stakes there of £10 that would return us £100. We've now laid out £40.43. We've got £9.57 left. And our fourth selection is Fieldsman. And Fieldsman, that's currently trading at 16. So stakes of £6.25 would return £100. And we've now got £3.32 left. And £3.32 would be our maximum stake. And our fifth selection would be Leng Taian. And there we go, that's currently trading as favourite at 3.5. So that would be our last bet in the 7 o'clock. And we'll just work out Mentian, or however you pronounce it. £3.32 would be our maximum stake here. And we would times this by 3.5. So if Mentian was to come through and win, we'd get back £11. Not a lot, but something's better than nothing. And the 4 running for us to return £100 would be Urban Dandy, Warrior Square, Handle, and Fieldsman. So that's the 7 o'clock. We're going back into the racing post. We want the 7:30 at Southwell. And 7 go to post here. There is a non-runner, as you can see, Rebel Redemption. So into the 7:30. I had Rebel Redemption there to finish 4th. Not sure if that ran yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. It might have been yesterday. And our number 1 selection in the 7:30 will be Truly Good. So back into Matchbook, into the 7:30. And Truly Good is currently down the bottom here. That's trading on Matchbook at 12. Stakes of £8.33 would return £100. Our second selection is Catherine Schroy. And Catherine Schroy is currently the 2.56 favourite. I wonder why it's not at the top there. Unless they've come for that big time, I don't know. Right, 2.56 or just over 6-4. And that would require £39.06 to return £100. That means in the 2 combined, we've got £2.60 left to trade. And our third selection is My Boy Jack. This is currently 7. And all we can put on that is £2.60. So we'll go to My Boy Jack, 2.6 or £2.60 times the SP of 7, and this, oh, Jesus, done something wrong there. Sometimes it's easier to do it in your head than it is to mess around on a calculator. Right, so that would return us £18.20, and I always say not a lot, but it's still something is better than nothing if you wasn't to have your top 2 selections there. And Truly Good and Catherine Schroy, one of these would return £100, and My Boy Jack would be the £18. So that was the 7:30. We're now going to go into the penultimate race here, the 8 o'clock. And 8 go to post for this. There's no non-runners as yet. And back into our spreadsheet. And in the 8 o'clock, I think, yeah, all 8 go here. And the reason why I've got Mika in blue is because it ran yesterday. And I haven't added the form line in. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm just going to move these 2 across and then put the new line of form in. So Temran finished 7th. We'll click on the form now, and the winning purse was 6,280. So we'll add that in to the 3rd column, and that is basically it. those out the way. And I'm not sure if it's going to affect that. No, it doesn't. So that run yesterday hasn't given it no more placing than not running. Right, so number one selection here in the 8 o'clock was Admirable Lad. So back into Matchbook, 8 o'clock, Admirable Lad. I can say it just, I think. And you can see at the top there, 105 over round, so that's no good. An Admirable Lad there is showing at 4.2 currently, and would require stakes of £23.81 to return £100. And our second selection is Higher Law. Higher Law is currently trading at 5.4 and would require stakes of £18.52 to return £100. The two combined now leave us with £7.67 to spend, and our third horse is Live Lucky, which is 6.6 on the exchange, and they want £15 stake. We haven't got that. We've only got £7.67, so that will go on Live Lucky. So calculator out once more, 7.67 or £7.67 times this by the price of 6.6 will return £50. So this will effectively be a free bet if Live Lucky wins, and if Admirable Lad wins or Higher Law, both those two would return £100. Now we're going to move into our last race at Southwell. This is the 8:30. And there's 12 runners in that, all go to post. And in the last race there, our top selection is Zeppelin. So we'll go back into Matchbook for the final time as well. The 8:30. The over round is 105, 106 now. Again, that's got to come down by at least 5 points, but it is because of the time of day and the time of that race. You know, we're talking just under 11 hours away for that race. So Zeppelin currently 4.5, and 4.5 requires stakes of £22.22. Our second selection is Young Endless, and Young Endless, that's currently trading on Matchbook at 4.9, and that would require us £20.41 stake to return £100. Combine the two, we've got £7.37 left, and our third selection is Nay, and that's at the top. That's favourite 3.55 is the trade there at present, and the maximum stake we can have on this is £7.37, and that'll bring us up to our £50 stakes. And as we bring the calculator out for the last time, £7.37 will be the stake, and 3.55 will be the trading price on Matchbook, and that would return £26. So effectively we would get half our stake back if Nay wins, and Zeppelin and Young Endless, if one of those two win, they will return £100. So just quickly recapping Southwell. In the first race, the 4:55 Tortured Soul will return £100 and Full Pleasure will return the rest. Into the 5:30, that's a no betting race. Then into the 6 o'clock, we've got Drama, Celtic Warrior and Engineer. One of those three will return £100 and the rest will be Flag Carrier. Into the 6:30, we've got Neptune Legend, that would return £100 and Medici Pass would return the rest. Into the 7 o'clock at Southwell, Urban Dandy, Warrior Square, Handel and Fieldsman would all return £100 and Meng Tien would return the rest. Into the 7:30, we've got Truly Good and Catherine Schroy. One of those two would return £100 and My Boy Jack would return the rest. Into the penultimate, the 8 o'clock, Admirable Lad and Higher Law will return £100, or one of those will, and Live Lucky will return the rest. And into the last race of the evening, Zeppelin Young Endless, one of those two will return £100 and Nay will return the rest. So thanks for watching everything, and I have uploaded the 2 afternoon meetings as well at Chepstow and Ludlow, so you can look at those. But otherwise, have a good day and happy punting.